Here's the news you need today. Senator-elect Tommy Tuberville fumbling for words. We're hitting new COVID heights, and that means new restrictions. One more state added to Biden's column as more prominent Republicans acknowledge the president-elect's win. Millions of dollars flowing into Georgia, and a beloved weatherman at home after surgery. Plus, some fun facts about me because it's Friday. I'm Gretchen Carlson, and it is Friday the 13th, which isn't even scary anymore because this whole year has been cray-cray. But let's get to it. Friday, November 13th, and it's time to get the news. The senator-elect of Alabama, Tommy Tuberville, kicking off our Friday with some harrowing gaffes. The former football coach fumbled quite a lot during an interview with the Alabama Daily News. Apparently, he thinks World War II was fought to free Europe of socialism, that Al Gore was president-elect for 30 days, and is maybe fundraising from his office, which would be a federal crime.
There are three branches, the House, the Senate, and the executive.
Just to clarify, the branches of government are executive, legislative, and judiciary. There's a Schoolhouse Rock that explains.
Ring one executive, two is legislative, that's Congress. Ring three judiciary, see it's kinda like my circus.
COVID hitting new heights, and that means new restrictions. According to Johns Hopkins University, we hit a one-day record for new cases on Thursday, over 150,000. The situation looking grim throughout the United States. Hospitals overwhelmed, death rate also climbing. Things particularly acute in the upper Midwest and Plains states. North and South Dakota lead the nation now in new cases and deaths per capita this week. As the pandemic's intensity goes back to the levels we saw in March, many states putting new restrictions on daily life. Starting Monday, Chicago will begin a month-long lockdown. Detroit halting in-person classes at public schools. Republican Governor Kim Reynolds of Iowa, long opposed to mask-wearing and closures, this week prohibited maskless indoor gatherings of 25 or more. The Republican Governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine, chiming in with his own warning.
If the current trend continues and cases keep increasing, we will be forced to close restaurants, bars, and fitness centers.
And Republican Governor of Maryland, Larry Hogan, explaining results of tracing in his state.
Our updated contact tracing continues to indicate that family gatherings are the most common and therefore the highest risk activity among those who were recently infected with COVID-19.
Amidst the increasing crisis, some are asking why the president seems to be publicly disengaging. The White House reporting that the president did receive an update on Operation Warp Speed today, but the briefing was slated to be closed press, meaning no photos or on-camera comments from the president. Only 10 days after the election, and the presidential race in Arizona finally called for Joe Biden with 11 electoral votes. He's the first Democratic presidential candidate to carry Arizona since Bill Clinton in 1996. Several more prominent Republicans acknowledging today the former VP's presidential win, including Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and the editorial board of the Las Vegas Review-Journal, owned by Republican megadonor Sheldon Adelson. Several more Republican senators, including Chuck Grassley, Lindsey Graham, and John Thune, also chiming in that President-elect Biden should be receiving daily intelligence briefings. Meantime, the president-elect wants to keep it stimulating. He spoke with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer about stimulus measures. Negotiations between Democrats and the GOP slowed prior to the election, but Pelosi said on Thursday she'll continue to push for a more than $2 trillion stimulus bill during the lame duck session.
It has been our position all along to crush the virus, honor our heroes, put money in the pockets of the American people.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the GOP looking for a more targeted stimulus package of around $500 billion. Time to head south to Georgia, where the two Senate runoffs drawing a flood of cash. In the last week, Republicans raising $32 million towards those races. The Democratic campaigns, they're not sharing specific numbers, but say they also plan to spend millions. Senator Lindsey Graham instructing donors on how to send money to support their Republican candidates.
Yeah, I'm going to donate $1 million to Senator Loeffler in Purdue for my campaign to make sure they have the resources to combat a tsunami of liberal money about to sink Georgia.
The runoffs take place January 5th and could determine who will hold the majority in the Senate. Dems will have to wrestle away both seats from the Republican incumbents to bring the Senate total even at 50-50, giving VP-elect Kamala Harris the deciding Democrat majority if it comes to that. Survey says we have a polling problem. Polls, as we all know, projected former VP Biden would win the presidential election by wide margins. And of course, that certainly didn't happen, at least with the Electoral College. The New York Times speculates polls might be dead for a number of reasons. Republicans less likely to respond to poll questions. Pollsters assumed it was all about Trump and didn't pay enough attention to split tickets. Because of smartphones, poll response rates are lower. And most journalists do a poor job of conveying just how uncertain polls are. In response to the so-called second major burn by polls, remember Hillary Clinton versus Trump? Many news outlets are investing more heavily now in looking at social media and internet trends. We're seeing a lot of President Barack Obama these days with his memoir about to be released. On 60 Minutes this week, he talks about President Trump's refusal to concede.
I'm more troubled by the fact that other Republican officials who clearly know better are going along with this, are humoring him in this fashion. It is one more step in delegitimizing not just the incoming Biden administration, but democracy generally. And that's a dangerous path.
The first volume of his memoir, released to reporters, so far reflects on his early life, his early campaigns, and ends after he meets the SEAL team that took down Osama bin Laden. Fun fact, apparently he thought the "Yes, we can" slogan was too corny for his campaign, but it was his wife who changed his mind.
Let the Roker-thon begin, my people!
Beloved NBC weatherman Al Roker back home today after undergoing surgery to have his prostate removed. The 66-year-old Today Show co-host tweeted a shout-out to his doctors and fans and said he was relieved to be back home and that he'd see everyone soon. Well, we hope so, Al, and we wish you a speedy recovery. Well, by now you probably know I like to end things for the week on a lighter note, especially Fridays, because we all deserve some fun. So first of all, TGIF, and along with a few fun facts about me today. So sometimes I like to shock my producer, Charlotte. So let's see if that happens today. Charlotte, what do you have for me?
First, I have a series of puns that you're going to hate. Ready? Does Friday the 13th set your teeth on edge? Have you had to grit your teeth through the whole year? Are your teeth chattering? Ready to sink your teeth into the weekend?
Please.
All right. Well, I've got some questions about those nice pearly whites of yours.
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm wondering.
Yes, I've had them white.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's another fun fact.
Does
yes,
that
I have.
Hurt?
Actually, it kind of did, because they put these really intense lights. I wouldn't recommend it unless you take a Xanax.
Well, I was wondering, you have very straight teeth. Did you also have braces?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Fun fact. I had braces twice before it was in vogue. My kids have both had braces twice because it's expensive. But no, I had braces twice. And the first time, well, first of all, let me back up. Another fun fact. I had 14 teeth pulled. I'm talking baby teeth. 14.
Oh, baby
And that does not
Gretchen.
include baby Gretchen. And that does not include my wisdom teeth. I can still to this day remember my dentist. I loved him, Dr. Carlson. He was also named Carlson. I grew up in Minnesota. And he would take literally, like, I don't have a spoon in here, but he would take a spoon of course I had Novocaine, and I would just hear him go crack, and then it would like crack the tooth. It was it was awful. No. It would crack the tooth and tooth, and it would and I know everyone's going to think this is hilarious, but I don't have a very big mouth. I know. Whenever I say that, my husband laughs because he would wish I didn't talk so much. But I was blessed with some nice big teeth, but not a lot of room in there. And so they had to get rid of these. Oh, I also forgot, of the 14, I'm also missing some permanent molars, but I forget if those are part of the 14 or not, to make room for my pearly whites. And the kicker of this whole story is that because I had braces twice, because I used to be able to stick my pinky finger between my two front teeth before I had any braces at all. So I just basically had like 4 teeth like hanging down with spaces all in between them. And my brothers nicknamed me at one point Goalposts Gretchen.
Oh, brothers are so nice.
I know. So basically, I just want to let everyone know that I just released like 10 fun facts about me, and they were all about my teeth.
Yeah, we got them all in by the skin of your teeth.
Oh, there she is again.
You're welcome.
Okay. You know what? It's Friday and my brain's literally dead. So I don't have any more puns other than, have you ever had a tooth pulled?
Me?
Yeah.
I have had a tooth pulled. It was very uncomfortable.
Okay. So I don't know if you had the spoon method or not, but you can relate then a little
Tiny bit. Not 14 teeth when I was a child.
I know. I survived, and now I have relatively nice teeth. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching this episode of Get the News with Gretchen right here on my social media. We're going to have a full episode available here every Friday, and please subscribe at quakemedia.com/Gretchen to hear Get the News every weekday afternoon. Have a great weekend. See you soon.